Hello, hello, astrology lovers, starseed light workers, soul cosmic family. It is another edition of Astrology Tuesday Night Live. I am your host, intuitive evolutionary starseed astrologer, galactic shaman, and all around human, traversing these extreme energies we are having here on planet Earth this week and really going into next. Hello, come in, put your feet up, and let's raise the vibration of the planet together. Let's raise the frequencies together. When you and I meet here, and all of you lovelies on the YouTube replay come together as you time-traveling gurus, we raise our frequency. Therefore, the collective's frequency on the planet. And oh my God, do we need it? I'm going to smudge this chat right now. Putting in all of those positive vibes. Really giving you a nice cleanse as the lovelies load up in the chat. Welcome in, Sparkle Tribe. Yes, hola. It is the most extreme week yet of the year. We have got a total of 12 squares going on. 12. And that's not counting the Pluto square, the north and south node, Pluto and Capricorn, at that last anaretic degree. Did I say last anaretic degree? That's like the most challenging degree of all. It's an accumulation of all degrees throughout the zodiac sign, all into one. So come on in, get yourself a drink, make a cup of tea. I would not advise drinking alcohol at all this week if you are an alcohol drinker. I would stay away from the booze. Just saying. Drugs, it could go real bad, real fast. So just giving you a warning there. But just so you know, I'm not here to project fear, but I'm also not here to fluff your ass, because we're going to talk exactly to the astrology. Okay, we're going to talk exactly what's going on, and just understand this is a general forecast. This is, the overall energy for everybody. It may or may not affect you personally, so just keep that in mind as we go through the channel. We are a conscious channel, so the collective of 12 is who we channel, who's been with us since birth. This light language that comes through, if you don't understand it, it's okay. You just receive it and allow it, because it's all based in love, okay? All of it is based in love frequency, okay? And we genuinely, from our hearts, really had a deep meditation, really enveloping the earth. If you saw our event announcement on Facebook or YouTube, because remember, we are live streaming here on multiple platforms in multiple groups. So we see all of your lovely chats coming through in one stream. But when you hear the light language and everything coming through, knowing that we have enveloped the planet with white love. A dove came through in the meditation. I have a 7 foot, 4-sided pyramid, a Russian pyramid right over here. And a white dove came through and just circled and circled and circled. And then more doves joined and just enveloped the planet, Mother Gaia, with her beautiful light that she is. The anchoring of New Earth, 5D Earth, happened last year. And we are in a process. And yeah, I forgot to turn off cell phone, so we're going to turn that off right now. So it looks like somebody is texting us and we don't need to be interrupted. So just know that everything is done with lots of care here. Okay, this is not flippish astrology. It's not fluff astrology. And it is also in the manner of, especially when we get to the tarot, for the elements, sun, moon, and rising signs. If you don't know your rising, your sun, your moon, it's kind of important to know those. There's a link below for you to go create your own birth chart. But when we get into the channel and into the flow, we will do the reads for the elementals, and then we'll do the astrology tonight, okay? And all the astrology is going to be intense, extreme, chaotic energy, most all of the week. We have a slight reprise on Wednesday, but we'll get deeper into that. We are going to look at the chart. I've also pulled the card, the Magician card, from one of the decks that I'm using tonight. I also was called to use 3 oracle decks tonight, which I don't normally. I normally use 2 tarot and 2 oracle, but the Angels of Atlantis were just calling as I was getting all the cards ready last night. And I was like, no, I told my higher guidance, I said, no, we do 2. You know, me being a Scorpio sun, a Scorpio rising, you know, I'm being activated on my Scorpio Mars right now with the South Node. I was like, no, this is how we do it. And no, you're going to pull these in because they're going to be needed. So for the first time in over 2 years, we're using an additional deck. So things are changing. Cycles are ending. Big endings, breakups, big things happening as we traverse this week with 2 planets changing signs. And I find it quite interesting that the 2 planets that are changing signs are the ruler of Scorpio, where the South Karmic node of fate is, okay, as we're also getting to the end of that 18-month cycle. All right, but we'll dive in. We have lots of notes. We have our calendar. We have the chart. We don't normally pull the chart, but we're not pulling the chart. Okay, so FYI, equinox, the new moon on Aries and equinox will be done next Tuesday. You definitely want to be here for next Tuesday. I want you to go get you a big old tall candle, tall one, and I will post on the YouTube community as well as on Facebook all of the things that you might need to join in to do the equinox, spring or fall, depending upon your placement on the planet, to come in and join us and do these. These are really powerful things that we can do together to help raise our frequencies, therefore raise the planet's frequencies. Also, one more little announcement, and then I'm going to get to all of you in the chat. I see you there. Hi, everybody. Just make sure that you are checking out Sunday, because Sunday I have all the information and the links are below. So excited about Soulogy Network creating their own platform. Todd Madina said it is like LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube all in one. A safe place for all of us to come together spiritually. Our dragon lovers, our fairy lovers, our channelers, you know, all of us light workers, shadow workers, way showers, galactic beings that we are, come together in one beautiful network. And I have this beautiful vision for the network that it will just expand and expand and expand, because if you're pulling the trigger on anything right now, which means you're setting in place, pulling the trigger, you may not have all your ducks in the row. You may not have exactly how it's going to all, but you've got a good consensus of what you're building spiritually. That's the key. Saturn in Pisces is building spiritually. If you have love and you are in faith and you are building something to give to the community, this is something that is for the community and by the community, and I am proud to be a founding member. I'm excited to join this wonderful network that I know is just going to expand over the years. I will be live with Todd on YouTube, and then I'll also put the replay up. That's this Sunday at this exact same time. Isn't that crazy? I was supposed to get with him last week or a couple weeks ago, but it did not work. Technology issues, things were, scheduling. My son had just moved home. So that was kind of up in the air until yesterday. And he's, like, can you do, we did Sunday at 6 o'clock, and it's perfect because all of this extreme energy starts to lighten the load a bit. And Sunday's actually a really beautiful day. So, a little bit of edginess, but we'll get into all the specifics. So anyway, please come and support Soulogy. All the links are there. Just click on the link and go to the website and be a member. You can be a founding member for the great price. I think it's $111 up until, I believe he said, the 23rd or 24th. But I also put the link that explains, he did a video that explains everything. So if you're confused or whatever, so you can go and check that out as well. It doesn't mean that I'm leaving YouTube. It just means we have another additional platform to play. Yay! Isn't it going to be great? Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I think I got all of the biz out of the way. I'm feeling really, I don't know, spunky. I do have my Mars shirt on. I had to wear it, you know, because Scorpio, Mars is my ancient planet, and I have Scorpio Mars, and it's being activated. And then also Mars is Aries, and we're about to be stepping into Aries, and I'm an Aries moon. And Mars is the big bad boy player that's causing all this friction in the world. So yeah, he's at it. He is squaring everything in Pisces. They're all conjunct. There's more conjunctions in this whole month of March. That's why I coined March in Faith, than I think I've ever seen. And I may be wrong, but I couldn't believe. And then the squares are insane. I mean, 12 squares. Squares are challenging aspects. Squares, you know, we don't ever look at aspects, planets, or astrology as good or bad. Okay, there's no good or bad. It's a higher frequency or a lower frequency, and it's an energy that it puts out. And if you are aware of the astrology, then you can use it like your GPS to your life. Like, I would not say, okay, Friday's a great day to throw a party and go get wasted. Or I wouldn't say go travel on Friday. Because I know the aspects, and I know the energy, and really truly the whole week is just wow. Today was wow. You know, we started with the Schumann resonance at KP4 early this morning. We're going to check that too. I've got a lot of little fun stuff pulled up. So shall we get in it? I'm going to say hello to everybody here in the chat and just make sure, I don't see anybody on Facebook. Let's make sure everything's there. 2 post destinations. Oh, bummer. I don't know why. It looks like it's only going to Chanda Sparkles and Chanda Sparkles Astrological Soul Codes. If you're on Facebook, please put a comment. Oh, I see you there. Hi, Melissa. Thank you. I see you there. Very cool. Thank you so much. Yes. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, that's right. Chime in, everybody, where you're from around the planet, you beautiful soul family. It's so good to be in your frequency. I just love being here on Tuesdays. This is the fun part, really fun part of my job. And there is Kat's Unity. She's an amazing tea reader, by the way. You guys go check her out. She's also here in the local area. I'm in Corpus Christi, Texas on Padre Island. And yes, Jerry Lynn, moderator, we love having you here. Please like and share and subscribe. Yeah, just minimize me real quick and hit the like button. It helps a lot. Oh, as far as giveaways, you know, we do package giveaways here, and we did it for 2 years, every single full or new moon. But we need to get those subscribers up on YouTube, please. It takes a lot to put this on and do this, and we need to get to over 1,000 subscribers, and then I'll probably never ask for them again. That's all I need. But if you wouldn't mind, share it with your husband or your wife or your best friend. Just I say, give me your phone. I need you to go in here and hit subscribe. It'll help a lot. Okay, thanks. Hello, Cheryl from Idaho. How are you? She was one of our winners of our prize package giveaways. I believe she won the Book of Oneness from Rasha. We did crystals, crystal jewelry. We always have a sponsor. I believe she won a sound healing session. You know, it's always a package. It's just not like 1 or 2 things. It's always a really good package, and everything that's mailable, I mail it to you. So like, subscribe, and then comment on the replay. If you don't come back and comment on the replay, I don't know that you're in the contest. Okay. And we are waiting. We're doing it every 100 subscribers. So when we get to 625, yes, that's the number. We'll go ahead and do a giveaway, and it'll be great. and I'm accumulating things, and I have, people who are like, I want to sponsor, and so I've got some good stuff coming, y'all. So get those subscribers up; it'll help. Soulogy Network, that's right. It's all in the description of this video. You can see not only the actual website that you go to, but also Todd's video that he did on YouTube today is there that explains everything you need to know. Okay, so it's all right there. And you want to go like and subscribe over there, because that's probably, I guess, where we're going to be live. But I know he also goes live to Facebook. But I'll definitely have it shared to my pages, and then I'll get a copy of it and I will download it and put it onto my YouTube as well after the fact. But please come on Sunday and support us, because this is kind of neat. I've never had a big interview like this, so I'm excited. It took me many years to get up really the nerve to do this. Quite honestly, I'm very Scorpio. I stay in my Batgirl cave, and finally, it was when Leo really started getting activated on my midheaven. I'm a Leo midheaven. And when that's when it all happened. And that's when I knew astrologically it was time 2 years ago to go ahead and go public. So it's fun. I'm used to it now. I just love it. It's just like I can feel every one of your energies. So it's great. Hello, Carol. Thank you for being here. Love, love, love. And then we have Crazy Wild Child here. Hi, sweetheart. And then Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Thank you so much. You guys are so awesome for coming in. I see a few others loading. And then there's Donna Lewis. I see Donna, Jerry Lynn, Aaron. Awesome. Okay, well, let's get moving, shall we? We've chit-chatted enough. And it's time to really understand the most extreme week on planet Earth. Okay. So I guess what I really want to do to start that music just got real serious, didn't it? Okay, stop that. Okay, so it is a serious week. Staying in your highest frequency, your highest vibe, and really, because we got to look at the North Node, okay? Really looking at the North Node is what you want to do. You want to look at that North Node in Taurus, okay? That is the goal until it moves and goes into Aries, and they'll switch in July, okay? They'll start to kind of ease in there in June, but the full-on switch is in July. So we're at the end. That's an 18-month cycle, and the North Node and the South Node is how the collective is flowing towards the future and what we're letting go of from the past. And this is the money axis. If you've been with me for a while, North Node in Taurus and South Node in Scorpio is going to shift all of our money. We see more death and transformation on a literal and non-literal level. Taxes, other people's money, how you receive money, inheritances, 401ks, all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's all Scorpio and Taurus. And Taurus is and that's where you want to go. Taurus is, I build. This is what I'm building. Scorpio is, I receive, I attract, I manifest it to me. Give me your money. So it's a big difference. It's about building. And you should have been this whole time building towards something. Even if you're retired, you're building towards something. And it's building on a spiritual level. Huge now. For 2.5 years, and you're going to hear me say this over and over, Saturn says we're making spirit real. We're bringing spirit into matter. We're looking at underneath the waters and what's happening under the waters. I would not be surprised if all of a sudden new land masses pop up over the next couple of years. Let's see here what else we've got. I'm really kind of sad that the groups didn't connect in. I'm still trying to figure out the eCam software, but it looks like I'm at least going on my other destinations, because it just says posted to 2 destinations, Chanda Sparkle's YouTube and Chanda Sparkle's Astrological Soul Code. I don't understand why it's not allowing me. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, so there's a link to invite Add the link to the post description. Okay, done. How bizarre. For some reason it said there's a link now. Okay, so if you're on one of the groups and you're wanting to get in on the chat, there's a link now. Update, do a little update to your Facebook, and there's a link now that I just added in the description for you to come in and add the chat. I don't know why it said to do that, but all new updated software, and I'm still learning it. So that is what it is, you know. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up the chart. Bam. So normally I don't do charts, but we're going to do this chart because it's the now moment. It's what's happening now, okay? And this is the biggest week. We're talking about Mars square Neptune today. But he's also squaring all of those other planets there, okay? And the roughest days of the week, if you haven't heard, are Tuesday and Friday. Kind of Thursday, too. Wednesday's a little reprieve, but it's still kind of iffy. And then, let me just make sure. Yeah, the fog is going to clear up on Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, that's what I wrote here. I've got lots of notes that I wrote down. Many problems being brought to the surface now so that we can really see the clarity. And you need to watch on projecting onto others and having others project onto you. This is a big energy this week. We're getting prepared for the Aries equinox, no matter what hemisphere you're in. All right, so, okay, thank you, everybody. Welcome in, everybody. Come on in, and let's enjoy ourselves this evening, shall we? I'm going to turn this down just a tad because that drumming is a little much. There we go. Okay. All right, here we go. First thing I want you to look at here, I want you to look at this. Really look at that. Do you see anything in that sacred geometry of the chart of the now moment? This is the chart of the now moment. This is exactly where everything is, okay? In the cosmos from our perspective on planet Earth. This is how we know how to read the energies that are coming and how we can try to avoid certain situations or time to jump and launch situations. You know, we never say we believe in astrology. We use it as a tool. Same thing with everything. You use it as a tool. You always have your free will, okay? This is not, you know, something that you can't shift because you're a powerful spiritual being in a flesh suit, right? So does anybody see anything? Oh, look. I see there, crazy wild child. Look at that. A triangle and a rectangle. Yes, but that rectangle, very good. I want you to look at this. So see this rectangle right here. And it kind of also branches off here. But this is kind of what I saw. I always look at the soul code of the chart, which is the sacred geometry. Because I've seen in code since I was a kid. And I can see, you know, how, like in a flower, you can see a mandala, you know. You can see Merkaba in a lot of flowers. This is why I identify and love the Merkaba. But this right here, first thing I saw, this is an envelope being sent. This is a message from Creator being sent to us. It's an envelope. Is that not amazing? Like talking in real words. See, this is the thing. When I do the astrology, yes, sometimes it sounds like I'm talking in Chinese because you don't understand all of the different angles and aspects and geometry and everything. But this is real. We're getting a message. There's a big message being sent this week. And it involves Saturn, who has just moved into Pisces, okay, and he is speaking directly to Black Moon Lilith, who is now moved into Virgo. Why does this get back there? Get down. Thank you. Moved into Virgo. So there's Virgo. Here's Pisces right here. And you can see right there, they're standing across the yard from each other. And they're like, okay, this is going to take some big huevos or some big ovaries, okay? You know, we're really doing this now, you know. And then we have, of course, the South Node in Scorpio speaking over to the South or the North Node in Taurus right there. Also, with Juno involved, yes, I brought in a couple of the goddess asteroids tonight because they are very important to understand as we go. The nodes, Rahu and Ketu in Vedic astrology, okay? The head and the ass of the dragon, head and tail of the dragon, okay? Envision the dragon speaking to Kronos, which is Saturn, who's speaking to Kali energy, Black Moon Lilith, the demon slayer, standing up for one's rights, not putting up with any dark, demonic, shady shit. She won't have it. And Saturn is like, okay, I just got here. Let me assess this situation because I've just stepped into the most Atlantean flow I've been in 30 years. Okay? It's been 30 years since he's been here. So really understanding that this is all new energy that we're building. Saturn wants it built, and he wants it built right. And he doesn't give up. He keeps on going. Okay? He goes and goes and goes and goes. Okay? I have a little bit of a story to share with you about Saturn. Scorpio is all about the release and the dark psychic waters of consciousness of humanity. Okay? Really detoxing the sludge. Really let go, let go, let go. Pass away, some of us. You know, that's part of our transition from, you know, you come into this life alone and you leave this life alone. And that's part of the transition, you know. As a death doula minister, that's part of what I do is help people to be okay with that, you know, and help them and teach them how to get up out of the body and help them to be at peace and know and connect with their guides so that they know that they're not going to be alone and that, you know, everything is part of the transition of life, you know, on planet Earth. So that's big Scorpio energy, okay? Metamorphosis from one complete existence to another. Taurus is all about everything that you are in a substance of a body, how you smell, how you see, when you hear things. All your senses are Taurus energy. Taurus rules the earth, in my opinion, okay? Taurus is the grounded, stable, slow, methodical bull that rules money structures, but also rules quality of what you're building. And it's not about getting what others have and bringing it to you like Scorpio. It's about what you already have right now, okay? It's making what you have. We've had plenty of time to accumulate what we needed and where we're at and how we're going to do things. And now it's about building, consciously building in community. And it's time to pull the trigger on whatever it is. This whole week is a prep week, and it's going to be an intense, nail biter, chaotic, accident prone revolution in a spiritual thinking, quantum and multidimensionality is where you will be. Okay? All right. I can feel them starting to come Ooh, okay, let's stay in the astrology because I don't want to get messed up. Okay. So I wanted to point that out, first of all. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go done. And you're getting a message. There's a message coming through. So be listening for it. You'll know it when it arrives. Okay, so I'm going to save that for later. Okay, I don't want to save it. Go. And then I'm going to go done. And I'm going to delete it. Okay, now I'm going to go back here. And I'm going to go up one day. No, I'm going to go up to Thursday. Oh, that's hour. Excuse me. There we go. All right, so I want to go up to Thursday. All right, so here we are on Thursday. Still got that message, that envelope in the sacred geometry. But some things have shifted. Yes. There you go. Very cool. Cool. Thank you. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Think me first. Hey, hi, awesome. And Annette Chastain, she's going to be one of our sponsors coming up when we get 100 subscribers. So be sure to share the channel with others. Oh, Hannah, I understand. Everyone is going through some kind of shift or some kind of change. Some of it's more intense for people and some it's less, you know. So sending you love. I understand. Okay, so let's see if we can. Oh, that's right. We need to send love to Renee, who's on vacation. Much love, Renee, on vacation. He's my fellow Aries moon bro star. And we both were in the Navy at NASNI there in Coronado Island, San Diego, California, where he's at. So it was really cool. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So yeah, he'll see the replay. Okay, so here we go. Now, I want to really just kind of prepare everyone now because Thursday into Friday is going to be pretty hectic. Tomorrow, you're going to start to feel a little bit more, okay, I can pause for a minute and reflect on what all has just happened. Because I'm sure there's been a lot of stuff going on with many people. And it could be some good stuff too. I'm not going to just like push out all this fear frequency because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the fear. But intensity and extreme energy is present. And sometimes we have this on some weeks. And then sometimes I'm like, it's great. Go do whatever you want. It's a beautiful week. You know, it's just how it is. Okay, so I want you to look here at Mars. Come on, baby. Oh, that's right. I got to do this. Hold on. Mark up. All right, here we go. So here's Mars in Gemini. Right there. Okay. Mars is at 25 degrees. He has been in Gemini now 6 months. There's only 29 degrees in each sign. He's getting ready to shift and go into Cancer. But while he's still in Gemini, and that's very unusual, honestly, if you don't know, for Mars to be in Gemini for that long. He went retrograde. He's gone back and forth. Okay, now he's finally moving past the shadow, which means when you hear, oh, he's out of shadow, which means he basically has moved the degree to the degree placement where he began his retrograde, because he had to go all the way back and then go all the way forward, come out, and then where he began, when he first began to go, that's where it was. So he's moving out, and that means we're going to kind of have like a realization of, okay, it's time for me to step forward in this. You know, that's probably having to do with that envelope getting the message sacredly from your higher consciousness. Mars is speaking to all of these planets over here in Pisces. Okay, see that hard square right there? Right there, that's a square. This is what's causing all the friction. Mars, okay? I'm going to go ahead and refer to my calendar just for a minute because I have a lot of different notes that I want to make sure that I keep in, because I'm feeling them coming in, and when they start coming in, I get all... Okay. This is about Mars aggression. This is a mutable T-square, okay? So mutable means it can shift and change. And what do I believe? Okay? Mars in Gemini. Gemini is about around us in our community, right where we're at, like our location. It's not long distance far away. It's your neighbors. It's your friends. Okay? It's your siblings. Okay? It's how you're dealing in relation through communication, air, intellect. Okay? It's the media. It's all social media. It's television. It's all of that stuff. It's the news that comes out. In a harsh, hardcore, like exact square, like see 25 degrees, 59, 25, 9. He is like gonna exact Neptune, which is illusions and delusions. It's higher consciousness. It's everything under the water, everything to do with water, oil, explosions, because Mars is aggression. Mars is war. It's a planet of war. It rules Aries. Okay? So then he's going to square Mercury, our communications, which is the ruler of Gemini. You see how they're playing back and forth. And he's the messenger. He's also the trickster. Okay? There's a lot of trickery going on in this chart. There's a lot of shenanigans. We're going to see what's real and what's not. You're going to be like, they're full of shit in what they're saying. You're going to see it. It's going to show up. And then you have the sun, our soul, our heart. Okay? Mars square the sun is blowing everything out. And it's all in Pisces at the tail end of the last of the zodiac before we shift into a brand new astrological new year. Okay? Release, dissolve, but also just so many like breaths of clarity. It's like you're going to have to face what I wrote. Facing reality. This is all happening at the fourth quarter moon here, okay? Today is on the fourth quarter moon, and the moon is in Sagittarius. And it's facing reality. It's like a crisis of consciousness, okay? This is the big energy that's causing all the upsets in the world. The Brazilian floods. I heard Rion on Team Light. He was talking about how I love him, by the way. He was talking about the Brazilian floods. They had some demonic parade in Brazil, and then within 24 hours, that whole place was completely flooded. Like Noah's Ark coming in flooded. I was like, wow. I looked up some of the pictures. I was like, holy cow. If you're of the light, you are good to go. If you're of the light and you're staying in your highest consciousness of spirit, there's going to be lots of religious uprising. Lots of people think that their beliefs are the ones that you need to believe. And, there's going to also be a lot of uprising of metaphysical beliefs and different kinds of spiritual beliefs and bringing it to the mainstream. I'll quote Todd. He said today, bringing it to the mainstream. It's really what it's about. Okay. Yeah, there's higher, darker forces at play through all of this. You be sure that you are grounding yourself every day. I get in that pyramid and I ground myself. And I haven't gotten in the pyramid. I go out to my canal and I put my feet in the water and I allow the positive ions from the water to just cleanse my whole field. Salt water with baking soda. Do that, smudging. I have Palo Santo and smudge stick in my bathroom, upstairs here, in the next door sound activations healing space. I have it everywhere. Smudging your property inside and out. being aware of your spiritual practice every single day. If you're doing these things, you're not just saying you are, you're literally living it. This is how you live. This is your life. This is how you do it. If you're doing these things on a daily basis, it's like the universe is just going to give you a big nod and say, you're good to go, sweetheart. Really. Because Saturn is in Pisces now. Okay? It's not that hard, I mean, Saturn's going to be a little bit softer. He's going to be more, and it's kind of hard to say Saturn's softer, because I'm going to tell you why. I've got something I'm going to show you guys. And I'm doing this very different tonight. I have a bunch of different little things. Let's check this space weather while we're doing it. Okay, so we've gone down to KP2. It was at KP4 this morning. Let's see if we've had any solar flares pop off while we're here. Stand by. Yeah, we're at C flares. C flares. See here? These are C flares right here. There's that one. C flares are moderate. Yeah. It's not like those M flares we were having last week. So, okay. We'll go back to home and we'll check that again in a little bit. And then let's see. But it's still C flares. And what they had was they had one that just like ejected really long and big off the backside of the sun. It was not earth facing. Yesterday, I think it was, or day before yesterday. And it really came out and it kind of like stunned all the scientists, Pat Donalworth on Facebook is excellent. Make sure you follow her. She puts all of the information out, very detailed. And as it happens, she's on it all the time. I can't be on it. I go look at the app when I can. Okay, so this is what I wanted to read. Make sure I'm in the right thing here. Okay. I'm going to pull this up just a little bit so I can see a little bit better. Make sure you guys can see that. Yes. Okay. So in Greek mythology, Opus. I wanted to talk about Opus, which is Saturn's wife. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Opus, when synchronized with Greek mythology, was not the wife of Saturn. She was the sister and the daughter of Callias, which is Uranus, okay? And Tellus. Her children were Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, Juno, Ceres, and Vesta, okay? All of these are being activated in the chart right now, okay? Jupiter is actually conjunct with Juno right now. So I have a little bit of information about that that's going to fall up into the read. Opus was accorded queenly status and was reputed by an eminent goddess. Temples, priests, sacrifices were granted by her public law. She was the thing, okay? When Saturn, Kronos, okay, get it? Saturn, in Pisces, think water, think boundless consciousness, think boundless spirituality. In Pisces, Saturn, strong, stable, stability, rules Capricorn, never going to give up, going to build a CEO corporation, and the bank's going to come in and it's going to collapse, kind of thing, okay? Saturn, as Kronos, learned a prophecy that his children, by Opus, would be overthrowing him, okay? He ate every one of his children, and one by one, they were born, and then he ate them. He could not stand for that. So instead of giving she could not stand for that. So instead of giving Saturn that final child, she took Jupiter that rules, ancient ruler of Pisces, okay? Modern day ruler of Sagittarius, where our moon is right now, heavily activated. She took and wrapped him in a rock and swaddled him in some clothes like he was a baby, and then fed him to Saturn, Kronos. And instead, Jupiter was released. Opus then went to raise Jupiter in secret and didn't let Saturn know, okay? This is why Jupiter then came in and helped free all of his other siblings, with Vesta being the baby, the virgin, okay, staying virgin by choice, helped him free his siblings and from his father's stomach, okay? So understand, there's a lot of mythology that goes along with this that you can read in between the lines, and you can see that coming in the world, and you see it showing up in your personal life, okay? Now, the other thing I wanted to put here as we're going along here, because we're going to speak to Vesta. In the Roman tradition, Vesta was born shortly before Jupiter wrestled her control of cosmos from his father. A jealous deity at heart, Saturn was fiercely protective of his power. Saturn was very, very, very jealous of Jupiter, okay? He didn't want any of these children. He didn't want to be overthrown. It's his way or the highway, okay? So this is how strong Saturn is. And being in Pisces, it's strong spirit. It's strong consciousness, okay? Saturn learned of the prophecy predicting that one of his children would overthrow him just as he had overthrown his own father. See, Saturn even overthrown his own dad. In an effort to thwart off the prophecy, Saturn swallowed each of his first 5 children. They emerged from Opus' womb. Vesta was one of these children. She was the last one. Horrified by Saturn's actions, Opus defied her husband and hid her final child, Jupiter. In his place, Opus gave Saturn a rock dressed in swaddled clothes as a newborn child. He promptly ate the child, but could not digest the rock and soon vomited up both the rock and the 5 children he had swallowed. Saturn's children joined forces with their brother Jupiter and overthrew their tyrannical father. Afterwards, they established a new regime and divided up the responsibilities amongst themselves. So, when you look at this chart, now you kind of know the backstory a little bit. Because here, right here, is Jupiter, okay? There's Jupiter right there in Aries, okay? Jupiter, if you can see this little dotted line right here, is coming down here, and he is speaking to Saturn. And he's saying, hey, look, I've got Vesta, my sister, the Virgin, the sacred flame of consciousness. I've got Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries, which, by the way, Chiron sacrificed himself so that Jupiter could win. Therefore, Zeus said, okay, you can be immortal, Chiron. Because Chiron was dying, and then he sacrificed himself so that Jupiter could go on. And Jupiter's, like the big brother that does all the sports, and he does everything perfect, and he goes on adventures, and he has lots of women. Jupiter was never someone that was like Vesta. I mean, like, he's sacred, but he gives gifts, but he was never he practiced infidelity. Let's put it like that, okay? I was trying to find a nice way to say that. But you have all of these guys in Aries. So you see there's all these planets here in Aries. And all of these planets right here, the Sun, Mercury, and Neptune. Well, Neptune's going to take some time. But these are all heading into Aries right here. They're all coming in. Okay, so they're all going to be joined up in here. Vesta, the sacred flame. I want to speak to that real fast. I have Here we go. No, that's not the one. That is a good one though. Here's kind of a picture, so you kind of have an idea like what Vesta was. She was like the Greek goddess of virginity. Okay, the sacred flame that burns within all of us. But I have a really good one here. Here it is. This is great. Make sure y'all can still see. Everything's good. Okay. This is really interesting right here. While our modern Gregorian calendar begins on January 1st, ancient Rome celebrated the new year on spring equinox, which is what I do and what most astrologers do. This is when the new year should be. Gregorian calendar is set up purposely to fuck with humanity's flow. I'm sorry, it's kind of rough. That's just how I feel. That's my personal opinion. In this timeline, February was dedicated to a new year preparation and rituals that included purification, Vesta, the sacred flame, prayer, and cleansing, especially those related to fire. Eventually, the month became associated with the goddess Vesta, the goddess of hearth and home, an ancient symbol of the sacred flame. They kept the heart and home going. And think about like those beautiful Roman castles that, they had to have somebody keeping the fires going, right? You'd always see those big, huge things of the fires. Well, those were the goddesses that helped to do that. She was kind of in control of that. As one of these virgin goddesses, Vesta reminds us of our holiness wholeness and the power inherent in our own life force energy, separate from others. That's another thing. We have this big separate from others energy. Okay, the awkward black sheep, the different one. I'm different than you. I'm sure there's a lot of people. This energy is very prevalent this week. There's a lot of people that think I'm crazy, like straight up. They just think I'm crazy, but I know I'm not, because I know what I know, right? Particularly romantic partners. In Greek translations, the word virgin meant one unto herself, as it referred to an unmarried maiden rather than the purely sexual connotation of our language today. However, this also explains Vesta's claim to fame as a goddess who refused to marry powerful gods Apollo and Poseidon. She would not marry. She absolutely refused. She stood her ground. She stayed in her light. Though may have taken some lovers, but we can't be sure. So we don't know. She's the household name in ancient Rome. She kept the Holy Trinity of what did they call the Vestus Virgins? They wore the little chastity belts across the nunnae. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. How all of this is coming in. And Vesta, getting back to the astrology, right here, see the flame right there? Well, actually, let me do this again. Do you see the flame right there? Okay, see it? There. That's the sacred flame. That's Jupiter. That's Chiron. Vesta is heading that way towards Taurus, where on this day, Venus has just entered at 0 degrees, finally, into her home sign of Taurus. Okay? We're only going to get a few weeks because Venus is flying pretty fast. I'm going to get a few weeks of her in Taurus. But this will be a really nice softening. This will be something that will really help to kind of balance out some of these extreme Mars energies over here in Gemini, squaring all of this stuff. And in trine to Saturn. Mars is sitting there going, I've got to answer to Saturn. He's, Mars and Saturn are the two malefic, challenging masculine planets, okay? And, it makes friction happen between people. It puts an energy of angst out there. There's so much angst after angst after angst this week. I brought in Juno because she just entered. See, Juno and Venus are actually conjunct. She just entered into Taurus. Juno is the June bride, okay? And she's the loyal wife. And it's about loyalty. It's like, we're getting all this angst. We don't know what to believe. We're hearing this from you. But Juno's saying, hey, but wait a minute. Where's your loyalty? Where does your loyalty lie? Saturn's going, I don't care where your loyalty lies. You need to be absolutely certain, because he's also right here in a sextile talking to Venus right there. And he's saying, your loyalty needs to lie in your spirit, in your higher consciousness as you flow with this. And if you're being shady, or if you're not being up on the front in front of something, there's going to be some explosions there. There's no doubt whatsoever. And let's speak to Pluto. Okay, so here's Pluto, and this is on Thursday. Remember, we fast forward so that we know what's happening and coming. Pluto conjunct to the moon. The moon's going to come up and conjunct Pluto for the first time at this anaretic degree, which is the most extreme degree, 29 being the last degree. Now, Pluto is going, so it's like Venus enters Taurus on Thursday. The Mercury enters Aries. I believe it's on Saturday night or Sunday. We'll double check on the calendar. And then we have the equinox and the new moon in Aries. And then 2 days later, Pluto enters Aquarius after being in Capricorn for 20 years. Now, he's just going to float back and forth. Let me do this. Hold on. I kind of get a little carried away here, y'all. I get excited about astrology. I get excited. I can't help it. Okay, so here's Pluto, right? And look, I did pull up so y'all can see each one of these little sections is the decan. Okay, so there's 3 decans. I can't help it. I have Mercury in Sagittarius and Neptune in Sagittarius. Neptune in the first in Sagittarius. I can't help but try to teach this as I go. So I hope you're flowing with me. Anyway, so this is saying, are you going to be able to handle your emotions as you get to that top of that mountain that you're, climbing in order to get where you're going? And do you realize that if you can't, there's going to be a great ending here, and it might not be pretty. Okay? Pluto is in the decan of Mercury. All right? Okay? Thinking, media. Is it real? Watch the water. Is it an illusion, what you're seeing? Use your discernment. Is your partner being up in front? I mean, are they really telling the truth here? There's a lot of that going on, okay? And when this moon comes up on Pluto, it's the first time the moon has come upon Pluto since he's been at this extreme last degree. And this is going to happen many times over this whole year. Because in January, because he's going to move into Aquarius over here. And in January, then he's going to come back and he's going to hang out at that degree again. And he's going to check on some things. Pluto is Hades. Pluto is the deep, dark lord of the underworld. Pluto don't play. Pluto is deep, dark power. Pluto is, it's over. And there's no, and I don't give 2 shits about how or why, but this is the end. He's transforming and transmuting everything in Capricorn and has been for 20 years. And now he's at the end of it. And he's going to go step into Aquarius and he's going to say, oh, this is interesting. What's going on with all this tech? Oh, your bank? Did you just lose everything in the valley? Pluto, 29 degrees. Almost into Aquarius. And all of a sudden, all of this. Don't think that the deep, dark forces of the world don't have an astrologer that is badass and tells them when to do these things. Because it always blows my mind how it all comes together. So we'll be seeing more of this stuff. It's just getting started. It's going to be quite interesting because we can watch the Matrix implode and still build from the light. Because we know we've already won. We know in the long run, we actually came back here to fight off these bad guys. We actually came back here to hold the light, to light the grid up, to raise the frequency, to bring in that utopian, beautiful society for our children and great-grandchildren. So don't because you could get sucked into depression in this shit. You could be down in the dump so much that you can't get yourself back out. Drugs, alcohol, escapism, crazy like masochism. There's a lot of stuff that it happens when you're dealing with the 12th house of Pisces. Okay? And Neptune. We don't know what's underneath those waters. And I'm talking all waters. Right? We don't know. We kind of do. But we don't know how far the cosmos go. I promise you planet Nibiru is out there because I connect him with these planets that have conversations with them. Truly, I do. And I'm telling you, he's out there. And they just aren't letting us know. You have to think on a wider level. Yes, observe the chaos, but continue to build in the light. If you're in the light and you're building your spiritual business, or maybe you're just crafting, but you're grounding the light in every day. That you're not in judgment of others. Releasing judgments of others. No judgment here, man. There's no need for it, right? You're gonna be all right. Jupiter and Vesta and Chiron, all right there in Aries. Aries is the warrior. Aries is the kickoff. Aries is the pioneer. I'm shedding my way, and I'm not going to be stopped. This is the way I'm tracking this way. This is my path, and no one's going to get in my way. While Mars is over here talking to Saturn and to all this stuff in Pisces. Jupiter, Vesta, Chiron is over here. Oh, excuse me. Is over here talking to the nodes in square. Is this square? Where is it at? There it is. To Pluto. That's a big OT square right there. Big OT square. I'm going to make it nice and big for you. There you go. That one's very prominent. Very, very prominent. What fate are you being dealt through the frequency that you have decided is your path? You better have been working on this, because Pluto is going to come in, especially with that moon, and it's going to hit you so emotionally. And it's going to be like, and that'll happen the next day. That'll be on Friday. Pluto will conjunct that, and it'll be in square to the nodes. And Saturn is saying, hey, Mars, your will, because Mars is the ruler of Scorpio. Okay, so they have to be in, you have to look at the ruler of whatever it is that you're looking at. Okay, and if you look, oh my gosh, look right here. Hold on, let me do this. I know I'm getting a little carried away. Come back. Oh, I can't go that far. Anyway, so if you look right here, Scorpio at 4 degrees, south node, Rahu, ass of the dragon. What comes out the ass? Has Pluto. The ruler of Scorpio. Mars and Pluto rule Scorpio. And it is in a square over to Pluto. It's in the Pluto decan. It's in that first Pluto decan. Deep, dark transformations. So much going on in the unseen realms. Really good time for ritual of release and fighting these dark bastards. Seriously. I gotta fight. I literally, like, I do it in my sleep. I do it in the mornings. And I'm like, I feel these energies. And I had this little scaly guy come through the other day. And I'm like, you better back up, because I've got a team here of 12. And we will kick your ass. I have 2 dragons. The Octurians, the Sirens, the Lyrans, and a great big grandfather on my side. So you better back up. The grandfather energy is always with me. So, you know, and Black Moon Lilith is also right there talking to Pluto. Black Moon Lilith, Kali energy. Pluto don't play. Pluto don't play. Uranus conjunct. There's the North Node at 4 degrees. There's Juno at 4 degrees. Juno says, I want loyalty. I want something lasting. I want something true. I don't want no trickery. I don't know, no shenanigans. No smoke and mirrors. No smoke and mirrors. What are you building? No bullshit. It's saying down here in another square to get Pluto, there's like 4 different squares going on here to Pluto. 12 squares this week, and the whole thing, it's just crazy. The answer here is, what do you have? What are you ready to pull the trigger on? And is the foundation built in truth and in light? Because anything falsified, Pluto's going to come in here and kick its ass. It's just not going to work. Okay, so now we're just going to take a little look here and see if anything's going on with this. Let's update it. Nope, we're good, it looks like. Okay. It's still at KP, but it's rising. It's rising. These energies, I knew it. I laid in my bed this morning. I woke up and I was like buzzing. Like I get this going in my body and I've got the night sweats and I'm like, what the hell? It's like 3:40 or something when I woke up. And I'm like, oh no, I've got the show tonight. I can't be tired. And I got to work today. And I got to take my son to physical therapy. And so I did end up taking a nap after I took him to physical therapy from 10:30 to about 12. I could not keep my eyes open. I was watching the phone and I was like, there's nothing. And so I was like, something's going on. So I checked again and there it was. The Schumann had just shot up to KP4. With the electromagnetic, that's the electromagnetic energy on the planet. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so let's get out of the chart for now. Thank you for listening and understanding. We are going to go over just a few of my little notes because I get downloads throughout the week and I write them down and I want to make sure that I don't miss anything because there was a lot of intel that came in this past week. And there was a lot that happened over this past week. You know, how are you guys feeling? How are you doing? You know, let me know in the comments because I do come back at the end of the show. If I miss your comment, I'm sorry because I'm going in the channel, but I do come back and I read all your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Making sure that you hit the bell and all that fun, good stuff, okay? There we go. All right now. Here we go. Little sip of water. Cheers. Intermission. I'm real excited about Soulogy. It's going to have its own little platform. I mean, and it won't be little. I know this thing's going to grow. It's going to be cool. You know, I'm excited about this because it's kind of something I've wanted for a long time. You know, it's like I've kind of envisioned it and thought, wow, that'd be cool. You know, if we all had a place to be weird and be okay, you know, be who we are. Good. She says, think me first. I've not heard of that. Thank you for welcome on into the channel. Thanks for being here. Yes. Lots of love. Yes. Deidre. It's been over a week, except for the night before last, that I too have been waking up 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning for like 2 hours. And I'm like, I've got to go to work. I got things to do. And so I've just got up and I started doing my meditation, or I just get productive. And then if I need to lay back down, I'll lay back down for an hour or so. But that's hard when you've got to go to a job. I work from home, so I'm able to do that. But I have clients that are coming. But I know better. I haven't been overbooking myself. And I have my clients coming at 11 o'clock because I need that time. I got to do meditation before they get here. I've got to set all of the spaces and everything that we do. So I actually start setting the spaces the night before. Okay. Now, I wanted to make sure I have not missed any beautiful... Lovely. Oh my gosh, so many of you here. Wow, cool. Leo, the lion. Hannah, let me tell you, it's going to start getting a lot better for you, and it probably already has. You've had a rough go of it the last couple of years, and things are going to start to really flow for you. Leos are finally starting to have a little breath. Starting to have a little success, little light, but it was like for y'all for a good while. So congratulations. That's right. Thank you, Amanda. Welcome on in. So cool to have you here. I try to say it just like as if you and I are having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So that it's because I remember when I was learning, I was always like, what? I don't, so I really try to teach it to where you get it. and you flow with it. And if you don't understand something, put it in the comments and I will clear it up for you. Thank you. Please share and subscribe. Yes, yes, yes. My Chiron is in Aries as well. And Chiron is conjunct to my Chiron right now. Yeah, Chiron is at 14 degrees. So let's just say this right now so that y'all understand. If you have, so because Pluto's going to be going into Aquarius and then coming back to Capricorn and then going into Aquarius again, okay? So that's how it's going to do. It's going to happen. He goes real slow, so it's going to take a while. But if you are Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, you're going to be getting that 0 degree, that 29 to 0 degree square. If you have anything at 0 to 1 degrees, really even 28 to 2 degrees. So like of the two signs, you know, Libra to Scorpio, you know, in your chart, you're getting hit with that Pluto square. And it's a big OT square. And you're going to get hit all year with it. You're going to have so many transformations. You're going to have so many things happen that are like, wow. You know, it's really, this year is all about setting us up for the big flash. I don't think the big flash is coming this year. People say it's coming. I'm like, I don't think so. I think it's going to be next year. So we'll see. We'll see, though. It could happen, right? All right. I'm just going to go over my notes to make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, that's right. You know, you don't have to stick with the same higher selves. Okay? So really be aware that your higher selves are there to work for you. Okay? And if your higher selves aren't, you don't feel like you're going anywhere. You don't feel like you're getting anywhere. You're not feeling it, right? Like you're not feeling like they're really doing their job. Fire them. Literally. Do a soul contract with your higher selves and say, I therefore fire this because this is not working in my life. I am bringing in a new higher self. You can bring in a team if you so choose that are expert at the things that you're trying to get accomplished in your life. Fire the team and then bring in new ones. Write it all down. I fire, I release, I let go with love. Thank you for everything you've taught me thus far, but you're just not doing your job anymore and I am done. Burn it in love or soak it in the river, you know, or in the sea. I really wouldn't put it in the sea, but, you know, burn it up, you know, release it. And then write a new soul contract for your new team and what each one of them is doing for you. I just did this past week because I was having a hard time with, because right now we're supposed to be really releasing the old identity ego. Okay, the old identity structures. And I was like, I made that on the new moon last month. I'm going to release this, and this. And I'm going to step in to the new quantum energy, the new timeline. And I'm being challenged. And I'd see that old come up and I'd hear it come out my mouth. And I'd be like, oh, shit. Why did that come out of my mouth? You know, because I don't want to be there. I know I'm moving into a higher state of consciousness, a higher state of being through the ego. We all have to have an ego. You can't make the ego wrong. It is what it is, right? But I had troubles with that. So that was something I wrote down that you can do, you know, truly in sacred, you know, spiritual, structured Saturn, piece of paper, candle, burn it, burn some sage, ring some bells, clear the frequencies, bring in the new. We are getting DNA upgrades. You must step into the physical body and align the four body system, exercise, yoga, arts, crafts, sound activities, music. All of these are holding cellular memory. So like your DNA holds that cellular memory of a time that you were a witch that was burned at a stake, or of a time that you were on planet Nibiru, and you are a cop flying around in an egg. I have this dream since I was a teenager that I'm a cop in this blue suit, and I've got this like saber sword thing, and I fly around, and there's only space for me. It's just me in there, and I'm flying around catching bad guys, getting reptilians and mantis beings and different, and I'm getting them, and I take them and I throw them in the back, and I don't even have a back, but they just go back there. So, I mean, I'm saying, really realize that all of these memories are there. Your DNA holds that memory. So, what you have to do is really consciously be like, okay, my mental body, my emotional body, my spiritual body, into my physical body, in alignment. Do. You just bring it in, bring it down, and it'll work every time. And get yourself, and knowing in your mind that I'm clearing any low vibing, sketchy, shady DNA attachments that are not serving me. This is not serving me. It's not mine. I don't need it. Goodbye. See ya. All right. New and old realities. They're crisscrossing. Ooh, I'm tingling all over my head right now. New and old realities crisscrossing. The energy frequencies of the old repetitive stuff. Really, truly, that was activated in 2018. Okay. So look back and see what you were doing in 2018. Now look to now. Okay. It's crisscrossing. You'll see. Okay, I'm flowing in the new earth. I'm doing this. I'm doing it. Oh, here comes that. What was that? Why'd that happen? Just know that everything's kind of crisscrossing, even though the new earth is anchored in, and you can step into it because you're a divine, badass spiritual being in a flesh suit, and you can do that. We can do so much with our reality and the power that we are. This timeline shift is real, and it's not going to be easy. Things that we love, things that we are attached to, will have to be let go in order to step into the newest timeline. Your easiest day is going to be Wednesday, where the fog clears and Mercury passes over Neptune. So when we get Mercury past Neptune, because Neptune makes us all foggy, everything's unclear. We're not sure what's going on here. It's deep below the waters. We can't see it all the way down there. We don't know what's going on, especially with Pluto on our ass over here and Saturn going, did you structure it? Did you build it right? Do you need to do it again? Let me give you a tower moment. When problems are brought to surface, there always comes a resolution. Always. Some kind of resolution always comes after the problem is brought to the surface. Venus is going to help us when she enters Taurus on Thursday. Sun, Mercury, Neptune is very treacherous, and it can be very sorrowful, emotional, like a firewalk too, with Mars involved, squaring all of that stuff. It's like two emotional powers coming together, fire and water, You don't want to stick around to that stuff, so be the firewalker and across the little coals. This is a crossroads week, I wrote. Emotional intensity. Friday's going to be harsh, most intense. Road rage, accidents. Do not drink on St. Patrick's Day and get out in that stuff. I would not advise it. Mercury combusts the sun, brilliance, cunning, seeing things clearly. That's right, forgot to tell you that. Mercury's going to combust the sun, which means our minds, our mental state, our epiphanies are going to happen when Mercury comes up and he hits the sun. Combust. Mind's blown. Could be a higher frequency mind blown or a low frequency. We don't know. Avoid those that you have been fighting with. Over this energy, get to Sunday, Monday, if you can. Do your very best. Pick and choose your battles, because they could really go like finalized. Mercury enters Aries on Sunday. This is fresh air. This is lighter. This is fierce and clear. Thank God, no fog. True speak, a sharp tongue. This is separating energy back away from the things that don't work. You have to separate from it. It's done. You've passed the fog at this point on Sunday. Okay? And it's time. It's an excellent energy for a spiritual revolution. It is, we are mentally ready to move forward, sharp, quick, our instincts. I am. Mercury's the first one to step in, and he's going to open up the door and roll out the red carpet for the sun to enter Aries so that we can have a new beginning on what we are pioneering towards. And that, my friends, is the week's astrology. I will talk to the equinox and the Aries new moon next week on Tuesday. Please watch in the community for me to post all the little things that you need to bring for the ritual. And I know that went a little bit longer today, guys. I didn't even pull out the calendar. Truly, so that's just the way it is. There's so much. Some weeks there's just a lot to talk about, and this is the week. So here we go. Let's get on to the cards. Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Yes, yes, yes. Asana. Absolutely, Amanda. Asana. Yes. Think Me First is correct. But I also feel like it's going to be such a flash that it's going to flash a lot of the what we call background players. There's a lot because, you're the only one projecting your reality. You're the only one looking through your eyes. You are it. You're everything. You're all of it. Every single fucking bit of it. And I think that the background players that we put in place that maybe are the soulless beings, we're going to have more soul walk-ins. My son's a soul walk-in. I know another soul walk-in. This is very real. And I feel like I've had a soul walk-in experience, but I didn't have the near-death experience to have the soul walk-in. New, highest fractal of self. Remember, we are fractals of self in this reality. The oversoul, highest consciousness, source, is all that is. And we are fractals of that. So therefore, we are all that is. And we have multiple different beings from our oversoul having different realities and different timelines and different places, all happening simultaneously at the same time. This is why with some clients, we project our consciousness forward or we project it back and we do it healing from there, or we go to where you're past all of that stuff and we bring that essence into being now. Then when you leave and you start stepping forward into your day, your week ahead, you start to feel the shift. It works. It really does. Very, very good. Okay. Yes. Okay. I feel they're ready. Let's go. Let's look at the board and see what we've got. Remember, it is a very powerful week ahead, and you can do it. You can traverse the energies because you set the energy. And your energy is more precious than anything on this planet, including your children, your husband or wife. Yes, more precious than anything. Because when you set your energy for the day and then set it again at night, shield up this week, not with fear, shield up because you are powerful and you create your reality, right? Oh, wow, Hannah, would love to hear more about that. I'm a death doula minister, right? Yeah. You probably have had a soul walk-in. Yep. If you've had 3, wow. Are you Scorpio? You must have some strong Scorpio in your chart. Wow. Very cool. I mean, not cool, but thank you for sharing. I should say that. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Yes, Annette Chastain makes a good point here. She says she's had some heavy days of manifesting physical pain because we are literally changing on a structural level. All of it's changing. Therefore, you're going to have more physical pain, especially when we're dealing with getting adjusted and to understand that we're having, we on Earth, we are in the photon belt, okay? And we're closer in there than we've been in like 26,000 years. So we're getting all of these flares, and we're at the point where we're elevating all of everything in the physical. But the key to releasing all of that is aligning and just acknowledging, just the fact of acknowledging that you have an emotional body, a separate emotional body, a separate mental body, bringing those together in alignment with your spiritual body, and then giving yourself a hug and sucking it in. You can just suck it into your higher conscious cosmic heart, your cosmic heart. Oh my gosh, I've got all kinds of craziness going on with this. Well, where'd it go? Hold on. I get excited, and I probably should have put this on a better thing, but I love this. This is like what I always wear, this little flower of earth right here with my Mars shirt. It's just my thing. Okay, there we go. Got it back. I want to know more about the soul walk-in. Okay, so real quick, we'll acknowledge this. When you have had a near-death experience, and or you've had a traumatic experience, like maybe you were raped, or you were held at gunpoint, or something massively major has happened to you. The soul fractal that lives within the physical body, that is you, the avatar you, leaves, and a new one is brought in. It's not like you consciously with your monkey mind decide to do this, because it's all subconscious, unconscious that this happens. And it comes in, and then sometimes you're like, I know one soul walking, she didn't remember her whole past from 23 years back. She didn't remember her mom. She didn't remember her brother. She didn't remember nothing. And so she had to, and so then we had to make a new chart for the day that this happened, when she had that death experience. Okay? The NDE, and that was her new chart. Well, then it was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years later, she started getting memories. And she realized when her birthday was. And she found out she wasn't a Scorpio, she was a Cancer, and it made so much more sense. You see. Soul fractals, soul walk-ins. Soul walk-ins come in when you, as a fractal of the self, cannot handle the event that you are processing, that you are going through, and you need something stronger. Higher self says, okay, come on, bring another one. This one's done. This one can't do no more. And if you had a soul walk-in, if you have like bits of memory that are gone, space and time that you don't remember, Yeah. So I hope that helps a little. Okay. Hello, Harmony Till. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Yes, very exciting times. Very exciting times. Let's look at the board. Bam. So today we are going to pull cards for all of you lovely elements. These are soul code frequencies to connect with you now and on the YouTube replay or the Facebook replay. If you are on Facebook watching this replay, shame, shame, shame. Go over to the YouTube and watch it there, please. And then hit the subscribe and like and comment so that your name gets in the drawings. That's how your name is registered to get into the drawings, okay? Big, beautiful drawings. Crystals, books, card decks, jewelry, sponsors, past life readers, conscious channelers, sound healers, all that kind of stuff. Always have a really good package. So you want to make sure you do that. Okay, so we have an extra deck tonight. Angels of Atlantis came through at the end. I don't know exactly why. I normally just do 2, but we're going to do 3 of the oracles. Angels of Atlantis. Move off the 11. This is one of the Lumerians that I activate right here. It's one of my favorites. It holds perfect in my head. And I activate the client right here. It's a record keeper. It holds energy of past and future lifetimes, past and future timelines. And we say past and future just because we're all in this illusion of linear time, even though we know there is no linear time. Okay? It gives you flashes. It's a really good one. So we put this here. Our eagle for Scorpio, we always bring that out, and that stays on the board here. And more of our beautiful Andoras. This one was gifted to us. It was sent in the mail. We have no idea where it came from. It's like, okay. And all of our stones and crystals and cards, they all get smudged, cleared, and then set in the 7-foot Russian pyramid for clearing prior to the reads. Everything done with sacred consciousness. Tonight, we will also play with the Mystic Martian Oracle deck, one of my favorites. And we are going to use the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, which I have something to show you on that. The Secret Language of Light, Transmissions from Your Soul, really good for clarity on the cards. And then the Guardians of the Night Tarot, because this is the last week of Pisces. And it's all about the dark. It's all about the unseen. It's all about the unconscious. So, all right. So let's go ahead and pull this deck on out here. And let that Una la shekte meg ha, una kena shuna kina ai. Ino kurushe ruka mahina shuna te 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 te. Anna shuna karama katina tura shananuru makina shinaknai. Ino shuna kamana hai. Una shekeme, una shakanai, una shekeme ena china kamai. Ina ruka moronka ina chekema keki. Shakamate to the reflection can own taka ai inosuna merekene shinemo and a shakayanai and a shokona munakayana shaki no rashana mai una latima kehai alla kemru tamasheke una shemai in Lakesh. Namaste. You are sacred. Remember who you are. Who are we starting with? I need a time and a element, please. Sorry, we're a little bit high and a little bit lost. Here we go. That is light language, Hannah. It's a little bit of mix of Lumerian and Arcturian. It kind of comes through at different times, and we speak lots of different languages. They just come through. Oh, thank you. So, first, we're going with Earth, which is perfect because Pluto is at the tail end of Capricorn. It's his last week in Capricorn. And Venus is about to enter into the earth sign of Taurus. And we have Black Moon Lilith, the big bad bitch herself, that has just entered into Virgo. All of you Virgos, you're going to start to see things show up in your life that may be something deeply embedded with you that you have to transmute, that held fear frequency. Brings up some of our fears and our anxieties a little bit, you know. So the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Taurus, oh, Virgo and Capricorn. Oh. Okay, so we smell roses. Like really, like pink roses is the color coming through. We smell across the veil. We're smelling roses. And that doesn't happen all the time. In fact, it's not been around in a while, but for some reason, the pink roses are coming through for somebody. Smells nice. And there we go. We do not take reversals. Only in person do we do reversals. I was probably holding the deck upside down. And we're going to zoom this in just a little bit. Just a tiny bit there. Oh, no, not me. Ha ha. Woohoo. Kidding. All right. We have to be in command of this starship here that we're flying. Okay, here we go. There we go. Nice. That'll work. Okay. So, you have the 8 of coins and the 4 of wands. 8 of coins and 4 of wands. Coins is earth, wands is fire. You are being challenged to celebrate your work, to celebrate your steadfastness, your duty, your commitment to what you are building. There is a celebration at hand. There is a reason to say, I commit here. I am committed. This is what is coming through. You need to give yourself more credit, earth signs. Those two are both coming. Okay, we're not going to hold these upside down no more. But you have the 5 of blades. Interesting. This is the second time the 5 of blades has come out while we were using these cards the last couple days, getting them warmed up. And I believe it was one for the earth sign of Taurus. Yes. Followed by the Chariot. Now this is an energy coming in from outside of you, okay? Energy coming from outside. You know, you will have great victory, but you're going to have to really get to the heart of the matter here. And you need to pay attention because you see this little spirit being, see this little guy hanging out, and this ruthless chef here is just being a total dick. And then these guys back here are like, he's just a total dick. Why does he act like this? And he's like, because this is how I have to be. You know, you need to understand if your challenge is to come into celebration, to come into commitment to what it is you're building. 8 of coins is diligent, working through the night, every single day, staying steadfast, always coming in and doing what is needing to be done to get to where he needs to go. Okay? Perfecting the craft. Perfecting it. Mastery. Taurus. North Node, what do I have that I am building? This is for all earth signs. There's a celebration. But I feel like it's more of a commitment. You must commit. And if somebody is being dickish about things, they're just like, I have no choice but to be this way with you because you haven't moved your ass on this. So therefore, this is how it's going to be. You have victory. Look at her. She's free-flowing, adventurous. She's on her way. This is coming in from outside of you. There's so much to be had here in a freedom stance. There is so much freedom in the joy of the craft. Two of coins. Two of coins. Okay, so you have two of coins here, and then you have the 8 of coins here. That makes a 10. Two of coins says, I have this and I have that. I have many different little things that I need to narrow it down in order to commit to my determination to move forward, to be the best that I can be at mastering my craft, no matter if somebody's on my ass about it. Maybe I need someone on my ass about it. This right here is saying some kind of an energy of freedom is coming through. You're going to feel the freedom. You're going to feel the victory. This is a major life event, major arcana card. Okay? Right here. It may be a little awkward. You may feel a little off balance by this kind of stuff. But in the long run, you have to realize that mastering your craft and staying committed to what you're doing, you may have to just narrow it down. Maybe just, two options here to get to the completion. 8 and 10. 9 of Wands. It's been a very long, hard road. Very long, but you're still going. You're pushing on. Look at this guy. He's beat. He's got a broken leg, a broken arm, and he's got people laughing at him as he goes. Earth signs, are you hearing what we're saying to you? You must rise above. This is the harsh energy that we're seeing this week, okay? This is the harshness right here. This is the harsh. It's not easy, this path you choose. But there's a lot of joy to be had here in commitment to the self and what you're building and what you have to build from. Not looking for other things, not looking further for more. You have everything you need. Simple. Keep it simple. I know. I hear you laughing now. Okay, so finally in the YouTube, I hear you laughing. Like, ha 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 ha, she's full of shit. No, for real. That's the attitude you must have this week. I love it. On the bottom, you have the Page of Wands. Yes, this is a new start. It's a new beginning. It's a new adventure that you're passionate about inside, but you're naive to the situation. Remember, you're a student. Okay? He didn't master his craft overnight. He didn't get to the celebration, the commitment, the love, the joy without people being harsh and spirits coming to play. Look at the little spirit here hanging out with him. There's a freedom there, and nobody else is going to see this nor be able to do this but you. Earth signs, are you hearing what we say? Why did this happen? Because someone loved you with every ounce of their being, and someone was giving to you when they had nothing. You must live in appreciation, earth signs, even for the harsh shit. And they're going to have us pull from the Atlantis deck for you, earth signs. You have Grace, Archangel Gabriel. You know what I love about the Atlantean beings is they come in orb, always. And look, there's a white bird. We had the white doves going around the whole earth. That's the first oracle. Thank you. That's wonderful. Grace. You know, you haven't felt very graceful. And you still, right now, don't feel too graceful in your physical body. It's not easy to be in a physical body. Physical body is dense. It's challenging. But you must pay more attention to how you ease and flow in grace in order to receive the freedom, in order to continue to learn, to master the craft so the celebration comes. I am presence. I am presence. Archangel Michael. I am presence. Archangel Michael will come in with Gabriel, I believe. You know, go into the temple that is your heart and find the joy. I want you to think of something that puts a smile on your face and in your heart. And then I want you to say, I am blank, and you fill it in. This is the week to do so. Pull in Gabriel and Archangel Michael if you so choose, or just pull in your highest consciousness or your galactic team, whomever it is that you connect with, okay? On the bottom, Jophiel. You must do things in joy, even though it is hard, even though there are people that are harsh, okay? Call on the dolphin consciousness, earth signs, okay? All right. We will also pull for you, we'll put this here. We will also pull for you one of the Mystic Martian. And if we feel called, we'll read from the book. If not, we'll just go with it. Oh, the Galactic Federation of Worlds. Don't go to the Galactic Federation of False. Galactic Federation of Worlds, not false. Collaboration, meetings, and community. This is right. Call in your galactic team. I was just speaking to it before I pulled the card. Call in your galactic team. Be certain to know that each one of them on your highest light and your, I love it, from Rion, the highest night, okay? The Galactic Federation collaboration meetings and community. What are you building within your community here on the earth plane that is involved bringing in your team? You bring them in. You have conversation with them. Okay? On the bottom of this deck, water element. Watch the water. We've been saying it for 2 months. Reflection, kindness, and compassion, and the Holy Trinity, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and then the divine golden child. It is all birthed within you. You are all. That is you, Earth Signs. Thank you so much for being here, Earth Signs. I hope that this reading assisted you and helped you this week. Okay, we're seeing orbs fly. And we're getting tingled all over. Okay. I hope that caught on camera, but I think it just went that way. Give these a quick shuffle. Oh my goodness. I have cards just going everywhere. Oh, do you hear my kitty? So I have a kitty, and his name is Baby. And Landon just let him in, and he's deaf, and he can't hear anything. So he's really loud. I had the door open because we opened all the doors because here on the island it's been cool today. You don't get many days. I did a deep smudge through the whole house, really, really good. And then open all the windows and the doors and letting all that fresh sea air blow through here as we do our transmission tonight. Landon, will you feed him? Thank you, son. Nice to have him back. Otherwise, baby be waiting. Baby's a little chunky. He could use to skip a meal, but I don't do that. But he has cut back. He gets a little quarter instead of a half of the wet food now, and he's fine with it. Somebody said this to me about cats, and I love cats. I've always had cats. But this one showed up right after our husband transitioned, and just appeared on the back porch of the new condo that we had rented before we bought this house. And they said to me, cats don't care if they get 2 treats or 5. They don't. You just give them 2 or 3. They're absolutely happy. You don't have to give them 5 or 6. Same thing with cat food, wet food. You know, he keeps his dry food out or whatever. But with the wet food, they don't care. And like literally, he does not care. Like it doesn't bother or faze him. They don't pay attention to amounts as long as they receive. And ever since, I've just given him little quarters of the little can, and he's fine with it. And only 2 to 3 treats. That's it. Okay. Now we are on to the Guardian Night Tarot. And I feel like I need to do a little bit of a smudge here. Oh, that's hot. Yeah, I'm not picking that up. I'll take this one. This one's almost out. Okay. Just a little smudge. I just want to clear in between if I feel cold. Yes, baby, love you, sweet kitty. You have 2. Donna says she has Timon and Tuxedo. Oh, I tried. Landon brought another kitty here. And it did not work with the baby. Baby's very independent, and he doesn't like having others around. He was depressed. It was not working. They were fighting. And so we found her the most perfect home, and it was so amazing. She was my hairdresser's friend, and we ended up with her going to a lady who had her mother, who was very old and had dementia, that was at home all day by herself. I mean, she had like people come and like check on her or whatever, but this lady had never gone outside. She's totally depressed in her old age, about to die. And the cat came and she sent me pictures of a lady going out on the porch, you know, sitting in the fresh air and with the cat. And so it all works out. Everything works. The cat was meant to come here so it could go there. And then she slept with the old lady until the old lady died. And then now she's there with her and her son, and everything's beautiful. Those familiars, they know. They truly do. They know who they're supposed to come to. I believe that they are another fractal of self. And it's interesting how, if you notice your cats, or even your dogs, but more so cats, I believe. I believe that the cat is the watcher of the soul, and that the dog is the watcher of the physical. And you'll see how different animals that you have over time will come in, and then the other one will pass, or it runs away, or it disappears. But then the next thing you know, you have another animal that's very similar to that last animal. And that's happened to me 3 different times with 3 different cats. Very, very interesting. Loki and Katniss. Ooh, I love those names. That's awesome, Hannah. Yes, yes, yes. Katniss will shower with you. Okay, so then do a light shower. Hannah says that her cat will take a shower. Have you ever done a light encoded shower? And that's if you don't have a bathtub and you can't do a salt bath, that's the next best thing. Put you some stones and crystals in your shower. And then do your normal cleansing. And if you want to bring your cat in, go ahead. Oh my goodness. And I'm having this vision of the cat glowing. And I was about to say, go to glow. So at the end, turn the water to cold. Just for a couple minutes. And you bring in your highest self now, highest self now, highest self, most truest divine self now. It's an instant alignment to bring it in, okay? And then you envision that the water is a golden white light. And so every little sprinkle of the water all over you, you go to glow because it covers and drenches your whole body. And then you make your cat go to glow too. And then the whole shower goes to glow. And then as you're going to glow, you have your eyes closed and you're envisioning. It's very good for envisioning work now, because what are we doing? We have Saturn in Pisces. We're bringing spirit to matter. Then you push that same glow based on love and light out, past your property line, clearing the space. Then past your block, and then your whole city, town, and so on and so forth. And you can go and do the whole world that way. What are we doing? Okay, there's the time. I see it. Fire, 152. Thank you. Fire signs. There it is. Well, they're getting started early. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Aries. You have had a struggle. It's been a challenge. We understand. We are Aries moon. But when that sun is right there about to come into your placement of your birth, it's always a time of reflection, deep transformation. It's always that time of sleeping. You're going to be tired a whole lot. Until it comes. Everybody on their birth chart, by the way. Oh, excuse me. Everybody, when that 30 days until your birthday, you're tired, you're kind of spacey, you're kind of out there because the sun is transiting there right before it comes back to the place that you incarnated, the degree point of your incarnation. So, and then Sagittarius, I don't know what's going on with Sagittarius. Not a lot going on with Sagittarius. You guys are doing pretty good, other than the fact that you're being challenged by all of the energy over in Mars. Mars is in Gemini, but it's about to move on. Okay, so you'll have less challenges. And then let's see, Aries and Leo, you're going to start getting that square. You start come off of the square as now that Saturn has moved on into Pisces. You're getting a little break, because I'm sorry, not the opposition. We get high on the energy. The opposition has moved off into Pisces. So the things are start to feel a little bit easier for you, a little bit more. But when Pluto enters up into Saturn, or up into Aquarius, Saturn's home sign, you're going to start to feel the square from Pluto. And of course, you're feeling the nodes squaring you. So, but it's lightening. It's lightening a little bit for these fixed signs, and now all the mutable signs are going to start to feel more of the action like the fixed signs have been feeling for the past 3 years. All right, here we go. We have major life event, major arcana, the Hanged Man, 8 of Pentacles again in a different deck, and the 5 of Swords again in a different deck. We are so not surprised about seeing the 5 of Swords. We've seen that multiple times. Oh my goodness. And those just flew right out. I didn't even get to... Okay, they're really quick for you fire signs. I am not surprised. The 10 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. You have been patient, fire signs. You've been very, very patient. You must understand that the patience that you have been, but also given. There's a patience of energy of given. Look, I've been very patient with you, therefore patient with myself. Your challenge now is to really get dedicated. Dedication to the craft. It's 8 of Coins. This is earth, tangible things. What are you? Look at the bee. The bees are building. They're pollinating every single bit, okay? The Hanged Man says, okay, I'm going to look at this in a different manner. This is not the way that I'm seeing things differently now than I did before. Lots of clarity coming at the end of this week. You'll have some more clarity, some aha moments, epiphanies. Understand, fire signs. The 8 of Pentacles here, though, it says you must continue to be dedicated to your craft and what you have. You have plenty of flowers. You can pollinate. You can continue to build and be steady with it, okay? The Five of Swords coming in. You know, I feel like because this is I feel like this is a waning moon here. This is a waning moon, okay? And at the waning moon, it's time to get some resolution before it goes to the dark moon, okay? And this is a harsh energy. But I feel like you're having to be the one being harsh, you know? Fire signs, I feel like you're having to be harsh with someone or something in order to continue to take on your challenge of building from what you have. Fire signs, very important to build from what you already have. The Ten of Wands comes in from outside of you. Ten of Wands is completion through passion. Somebody's going to come in. This is not an easy, but it is indeed the end. Okay? Interesting that the Ten of Wands also has a couple of fish, and we have so much Pisces energy with Mars in the square. That angst. I'm almost there. I've almost got it. I'm sorry if I have to cut you off. This is what I have to do. I've looked at things. I've been patient. This is my sacrifice. I am sacrificing everything to get to the completion because I know I can manifest. This Three of Wands is the manifestation card. It's pulling things into your reality because you know you're in control of it. Okay? You're illuminated. You're on the path. You know which direction to go. The Eight of Cups says, I'm sorry, I'm walking away. And this is two opponents coming. See, they are coming towards each other. This is like, I can't do this anymore. I am sorry. This is over. This is my path. And I'm sorry. I put a lot of effort into you and I'm feeling sad. It's the end. Whatever it is, it's the end. On the bottom, you have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is about looking to the past, wondering why, woe is me. Do not be going into victim mentality, fire signs. Fuck that. Look, understand this. When you look back to the past, maybe at one time you did love that person. Maybe you did love that job. Maybe you did love that situation, whatever it may be. You got to stay diligent and work towards you. If you have to be harsh about it, then so fucking be it. This right here, Ten of Wands, says it's done. There's no going back. The Eight of Cups says I'm walking away even though I've fulfilled a lot of my destiny and I've learned a lot. See, every one of these little cups says something emotional that they put their whole heart into, okay? They have to walk away from it because they know that they're going to fly. And you can't stay there looking back at the past. It will not work because you'll be stuck in a loop in your mind over and over and over again. Don't do it. You can get out of this. So many moons in these cards, and then there is another red moon there. Done. Finished. Look at this one. The sweetness of the past can be there, but you can't allow yourself to get in the loop. It's time to move forward. All right, so now we're going to pull for you the Secret Language of Light deck. Secret Language of Light. What is it for the fire sign? Secret Language of Light. Right here. You are the universe. This is what we've been speaking to all evening. You are the universe. You are the entire, it is all you. There is nobody else here besides you. We even are you. You created us here. 29 is an 11 MasterCard number. We're not going to read the whole thing, but they say go ahead and read a little. right. Know the self and know the nature of everything. You are you, and yet you are also the universe. Just like you, the universe is living entity. It is not a thing or person that knows everything. It is growing, moving, and reaching forward to experience life in new ways. Wherever you are, you will always recognize yourself. You will always exist. Play with the idea that the universe, in all of its manifestation, peers out through you. It mingles and joins with your energy to see the world through your uniqueness and expands as you do. You are the pioneer of this universal frontier, and the universe needs you to know it in its all form. If you believe everything is separate, you will want a guide, angel, light being, someone or something outside of you who sees you to show the way. However, everything is as one, and nothing is separate, and nothing is on the outside looking in. The universe sees wonderment. There's that word. Type it out for us, moderators. Wonderment. That word has been manifesting for a few weeks now, and it's come up in our reality multiple times for you to look at your world in wonderment. The universe sees wonderment through your eyes, and you see wonderment in the universe. Become your own authority. Choose to feel good by discovering what makes you laugh, love, and enjoy. Focus on this and you will create similar manifestations. Whatever you don't focus upon will fall away from lack of attention. You know, this is a good exercise for you, fire signs. Some journal work. And you can also do this like on your voice recorder if you want. Ask 2 people in your life to write down 3 qualities they really like about you and do the same for them. Record all of this in your journal. So get your best friend, your husband, your spouse, whomever, your son, whomever, daughter, and ask them to do that. And then you do it with each other. Because somebody else's perspective is also your own, you see, because you are them. Also, we are going to pull from the Angels of Atlantis deck to give you further clarity. There it is. Okay. Gabriel is here to keep you in balance and checked. Is things just here? Are things fair in a loving manner? You must keep the faith with Archangel Raziel. Okay? The faith. March in faith. Believe that you are the universe and you will be. You must believe. Surrender. Surrender to all that is harsh. Walk away from the situation so that you can fly. And be the law of attraction in action. Yes, the law of attraction in action. Yes, 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 yes. And there it is. Remember to be wonderment. Okay? Thank you, fire signs. I hope this assists you. We said that pretty much the whole read, that you are it, you are it, you are it, you are it, you are it. We all are it. There is nothing else. There's nothing outside of you. Even my guides, they are all me too. But we have fun with them. Don't look to the past. You've already had so much patience. You've hung upside down for months. maybe even a year or more. Get to work steadily like the bee building its nest. Yes, see? That's you. There you go. All right, let's give these a shuffle. They don't want to. Okay. Next week, we will do the ritual at the beginning of the show. We will open the show with a blessing and an invocation for spring equinox. We were going to do a little candle work, probably pull in a bay leaf ritual as well, just because I love bay leaf ritual, especially at equinox. So important. So, you know, you'll get some information. I'll put it in the comments, okay? No in-person rituals or events right now because I just brought my dear son home. And I'm focusing on us right now. Normally I have big event here in the islands. And we have saltwater healing activations. If you are in Padre Island, Texas, I do those now because the pool is open. So, and sometimes we go to the beach if need be. If you know anybody who is facing cancer or facing the end of their life for their transition to leave, you may give them my information. I host the death doula clients for free. I don't charge anything for that. We do need to clear the space. We have a Lumerian in there, a clear court Lumerian. So now we're on to what? Thank you, fire signs. I love you. Sorry that it went down that way, but don't look to the past. Okay. Yes, Hannah. It's always the frequency of the cards and the intention set behind it, remember. You know, it's about the person doing it, its intention to connect in with the person that is in the frequency, listening, watching now and in the future replays. All right, yay, air. Let's do it. Let's do it. Very good. Air signs. Bam. That is so big. Why is it so big? Get down there. Oh. God damn it. Sorry. Oops. Like, why is it doing that? Okay, here we go. Ah, I am so high on this energy right now. Okay. I'm going to need to get some more coconut water. Stand by. In the comments, if you wouldn't mind, tell me what your plan is. And then when we're done, I'll go through. And if you have a plan to travel somewhere, or if you have, which by the way, this week, do not travel if you can't help it. Stay away from travel. Stay cautious of cars. Very cautious. Let's see what else. What's this? Oh yeah, put it in the comments, and then as we go through, we'll send you light to whatever it is you're building. North Node in Taurus building. Okay. So now we're on the air signs. Goodbye, fire signs. So today we brought out our little turtles. Do you see them here? Maybe do here. Oh, there we go. I forget. So think about the sea turtles and what they do. How would it be to be a sea turtle? You're totally swimming around, encased in a hard shell all the time, protected. But you could lose a limb, you know? You could freeze and the cold snaps. But you're just chilling and flowing around and doing your thing. That's kind of like, to me, Saturn in Pisces. It's a hard shell. It's protected. It's formed. It's ancient. That's also, so Saturn is ancient. You know. There you go. The turtle. That's right. So I brought them out. They have been here all evening, sitting next to my little pyramid here. My little organite. Okay. Oh, and by the way, Annette, I have your red garnet on the table. Yes. For that Scorpio South Node and that Pluto energy, bringing all of that in. Thank you. I love this. It's one of my favorites. I use it on clients. Okay. And I'm saving the other one, which I'm not going to tell anybody yet because we got fire sign coming. So you know what that means. We're bringing in the dragons next week. Okay. Woo! That needs to chill. I don't like hot coconut water. That's icky. Hold on. Better. Okay. Harmony Teal, thank you for that confirmation. That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. That's very cool. She says she was looking at a hand-blown glass that had sea turtle on it from Hawaii. Synchronicities happen. Oh, thank you, Sherry, for being here. I'm just now seeing that you were here. It's okay. We never have our feelings hurt because we know you'll come back and watch the replay later. These little shows, these little transmissions we do, they run a little long. It's a lot of information. So sometimes you can just put it on in the background while you're doing the laundry or you're, something, something remedial around the house. Maybe you're crafting your own organite pyramid, which I just bought a whole kit to do. I'm so excited. I'm going to start doing that. And, whatever it is that you're doing, just throw it on in the background and just let it play. It helps us with the channel, helps us to get more, exposure. So so that we can get to 1,000. The point to get to 1,000 is that we can go live on YouTube anywhere when we travel. Right now, when we travel, we can't. We can only go on Facebook. When we want to be able to continue to do the show, if we go travel, which we have travel in our future, you know. So, thank you. Hannah says she is painting. Wonderful. Yes, we are bringing on the synchronicity, and we'll bring on the dragons next week. I have 2 dragons. One's name is Anna, and she speaks. And then I have grandfather dragon, but he does not speak. He is just a presence. That is from Calm Well. I need to give them credit and put it in the here. I'll just, no, if you'll type it out, Calm Well is the YouTube channel. They have really good music that's very soothing, very relaxing, and then I have the windows and the doors open. I can hear the palm trees just because the wind is blowing and it's cool outside. All right, I think we've spoken enough. Let's get going here. Air signs. Aquarius. Ooh, Aquarius. You got Pluto stepping his little toe into your sign. It's going to be a deep, long 20-year transformation coming up. He'll only be there a couple of months, and then he's going to go back into Capricorn, and then he'll come back again at the end of this year, really more like the beginning, end of this year, and then he'll go up in there, okay? And then, let's see, Gemini, you have had Mars kicking your ass for months, 6.5 months. He's about to come on out of your sign very soon, and then you will be able to slow down a little bit. You guys like it fast anyway. You like doing many things all the time, but this has been like a real push to you. And I'm telling you, something in your mind has changed. If you look back to October, this is everybody too, looking to the Gemini house. If you look back to October and you really look and see, if you can't remember, pull up your phone, look at your pictures from then. What was going on around October? It'll give you clues, and then you'll be like, oh, I see what's changed from now to then to now. We got it backwards. And then we have Libra, the lovely Libra. Get ready, Libra. Oh boy, the South Node will move into your sign this year, and you're going to have 18 months of deep detox. Letting go of all that is toxic in your life on every single level will go. All that is not supposed to be there will go. We are going through it right now. We have been going through it. We're Scorpio. And then if you have anything in Libra, it'll get all hit right there. So just be ready. And plus, with Aries coming up and all of these planets that have been opposing you, you know, you have Jupiter there, you have Chiron there. They're conjunct right now. It's all about the sacrifice. It's challenging you to see what the fuck you're going to sacrifice. Okay? And let's see. We've got another 8. 8s are very popular tonight. An 8 of Wands. An 8 of Wands. You know, this is triumph. This is, I did it. I am there. I have made it. I got to the finish line. Woo, woo for you beautiful air signs. This is something that you have accomplished. I'm holding the cards upside down. The Ace of Wands. Oh my goodness. And look, she's painting. Isn't that a wonderful synchronicity, air signs? We were just speaking to that. So the Ace of Wands is all about a fresh new seed of excitement, passionate creativity, something that you're going to start. It hasn't begun yet, but it's a gift from God. Out of 78 cards, there's only 4 aces, and you got the Ace of Wands, which means it's time to take action. You are challenged, now that you've got to this finish line, you are challenged to take action, okay? You will have plenty of guidance along the way, too. They're saying to me that you are not checking in with your guides enough. Like, you're just getting all caught up in your little 3D reality, and you're not stopping to check in. So make it a practice. Saturn in Pisces wants spirit to matter. We are putting spirit in form. Oh yes, Temperance. Major life event, major arcana card, the Temperance here. This is Sagittarius energy. This is being able to go with the flow on things. This is not getting yourself in a whole big old tiffy, little air signs, just because things are not going your way. This is being able to balance yourself in the physical reality as well as the spiritual reality, okay? Being able to ebb and flow with the fire and the water and the air and the earth. All elements coming together, being balanced, staying in your joy. That's the biggest thing. You have to stay in your joy more because you're allowing all of this to get to you. Okay, I got too many here. This is not going to work. Okay, you want this? No. Okay. Start again. These are really big cards and they're very thick. That's it. I can't believe it. I knew it was going to come out at some point tonight. The High Priestess. If you did not check our Facebook page, also I think I put it on the YouTube. If I didn't, I'll put it on my community link there. We gave the entire description story to this High Priestess, okay? And it's a beautiful story to understand the High Priestess, okay? So the Magician, which the Magician is very, very present. And we're going to end this broadcast showing you the Magician and telling you a little bit about the Magician because the Magician energy is present in the astrology. It goes the Fool in the Tarot, then it goes the Magician, and then it goes the High Priestess, okay? The High Priestess is you're at the stage where you know you have to love yourself in the dark, okay? This energy's coming in for you. Okay, it's like, and I don't feel like it's somebody outside of you, but I feel like you're having to, in the wildness of your consciousness, love yourself and see the subtleness of the beauty in maybe not such the nicest situations. You know, you have to remember you've come to a completion, you've come to the finish line. You've given a seed. The seed is here to be planted, but are you even focusing? Because it seems like you're getting yourself in a tiffy over here because of all of the shadow that you are dealing with, okay? The reflection that you see in other people, when people are coming at you like this, okay, and they is you. Look at the mirror. Do some mirror work. Have you ever done mirror work? Research it. The Six of Blades. Okay. You're out of there. You're taking your problems, your issues, your situation that you have been. Remember, Blades is all about the mental activity. It rules the air signs, okay? So you're going to move on with this, and you're going to take your family, your friends, your workers, your whomever, and you're going to move on to a higher ground where the light is at, okay? But you've got to learn to love yourself in the shadow before you can move on to this higher ground and start this seed. Your challenge is to find the seed. Do you see the sun? Do you see the sun? Look at this in alignment right here, okay? You've had a completion. You were in victory. You were doing great. And then some kind of shit came in and it made you all tiffy. And you are not in a temperance manner, okay? This is your shadow speaking to you. Do not ignore it. Do your mirror work. You can move away from this, but you're going to continue in this kind of attitude, in this state. You're going to continue to move away from this and you'll end up being all pissy. Don't worry. The victory is here. The completion. The World card. It's the last of the major life event, major arcana cards. The tarot has the World card here for you, air signs. 2 completions. You have multiple completions, cycles ending. Victory is there, okay? Coming to the end of the long, long, long journey, knowing that you've done everything that you're supposed to do, knowing that you have successfully stepped forward to end the cycle. The key here, though, is going to be to deal with your shadow. If you don't know what shadow work is, then you need to research it. Yep. In the end here, on the bottom, we have the Two of Wands. Okay? Now you're at the crossroads. You may go this way or you go this way. There's no choice. You've come through the cycle. You've balanced the shadow. And it's time to make the choice. You must make the choice. There's no other way. Okay? You'll have help. Even if people are watching and you feel like a little uncomfortable or whatever, you still got to do it. Because, look at this, the Hanged Man. You have seen things in a different light. And if you haven't, you will. You've looked there. Look at all of them. They're all in this chaos, crazy shit going on. And you're just like, woo, I'm going to hang myself upside down here on this subway. See it in a different light. Where is the joy? Where is the light and the creativity? Oh, come on with it. The seed is there. If you do not water the seed, nothing will grow. Da, 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 da. I love the completion card. This is one of our favorite cards. But this is also one of our favorite cards. Go read this. This is, you need to, if you already read it, read it again. I already read it. Read it again. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy when I can hear y'all talking. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to pick all of that up yet. I'm sorry. We still have the other cards. Okay. This goes here. Goes here. This goes here. There we go. Okay. We're going to pull from the Martian deck for you, the Mystic Martians. What do we have for the Mystic Martians for the air signs? What do we have for the Mystic Martians for the air signs? You have the earth element. Unlike any of the others, unlike any of the other signs, you air must ground purposely, okay? You need to look up how to ground your property, okay? You get copper and grounding wire and you connect it into the ground. You can do each corner of your house. Ground your property. Ground your property. Ground it. Ground it. Or get a grounding mat. Sleep on that every night. We sleep on one every night that has infrared light and stones and crystals. You can get a little one. It works just as great. And then that way if you travel, you have it too. See? Yes, you must ground. You cannot survive because you have so much air going on up here. You must take the time every day to ground. If you want to be successful here and get to this completion, you must. I feel like they need one more. Holy Trinity. And look to the trees, they just said. I heard a whisper. Look to the trees. Look to the trees. The grays. Yes, yes, yes. The grays are full of shit. Just so you know. I'll read about them though. But they're really full of shit. It's all full shit. The grays are stupid. They're cute, but whatever. They think they're all that. They're not. We've dealt with them. They're cute though. They think they're something. They're not. These are the tall grays though. You know, they get stuff done. I'm kind of more referring to the little grays, but these are the tall ones. I see it now. Okay. All right, here we go for the air signs. Most agree the tall grays come from Zeta Reticuli star system in the Orion constellation, though some have though some have made suggestions. What? Though some have made suggestions, they may have come from the Andromedas. That's right. I think they're not. They're more Andromeda, which is even further away. Others even speculate that they could be future evolution of the human race returning here, or an alien race from the future that has traveled back in time. They are somewhat similar in appearance to the short gray, only much taller, and they're a little more wiser than the shorts. And some have a slightly more noticeable nose. The tall grays are lanky with elongated, spindly limbs and something body that I can't pronounce. They can stand anywhere from 6 to 8 feet in height, like the short grays. Some have 4 fingers on each hand. They have 3. They don't have 4. They have 3. This book doesn't know. I've seen them, so I know. Strong and have awkward body movements, yes, like all their cousins. They too have no reproductive organs, that's right. The tall grays have also been associated with the abduction phenomena and are usually described as hostile, bitter, and cold. They also largely work under Alpha Draconian dominance. Yes, they are Draco's little minions. Mind control. Many are now clones. Many are not even here. Some tall grays are positioned in scientific MyLab genetic laboratories and secret military negotiation departments. I'm sorry, sometimes I laugh at this book. They are telepathic, psychic, and have an intimidating presence. Tall grays operate, function in unity, in a utility hive mind. They are the hive. Borg-like culture where individual thoughts is near and non-existence. This card meaning is order, organized, militant, obedience, structure, non-approachable uniformity, okay? Or if it's in its lower frequency, it could be an approachable, a free spirit, confession, flexible. That's if it was in reversed. Non-interference, allowance. So basically this is saying, because you've gone through all of this stuff, right? And you're trying to get to this victory, and you've had to walk away from some hard stuff, and you don't like how some people are acting and talking, and you need your shadow work. The grays actually, the tall grays, might actually be a very good solution for you to begin to do your mirror work and call upon your shadows. Yes. That's why they showed up. See, they're even looking over there at your shadow. They'll help you transmute it. Just make sure that you call them in through the highest blue source light, and it'll all be gravy. We'll pull one more card from the Secret Language of Light. For the air signs, Secret Language of Light. That's it right there. Or wait, did I get 2? Yep. Ha! Look at this. We were thinking this is so Scorpio, but we pulled it for Pisces because it is a Pisces card. Earlier, like when we put it on the post. Transformation. Let your light shine. There is no transformational process that does not involve the shadow in duality. You see? The light side and the night side. They're both there. They're in existence. You just have to transmute to pull it all together. Like the yin-yang. Let the yin-yang swirl, 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 swirl until it becomes one color. Your transformation does not always depend upon you, but it also depends upon your others. And sometimes you have to call in the darker side. We call the dark side when we need it, but we're very mindful when we do. Yes. Once you've done this, I want you to blast all of it out to assist others that don't know how. See how it's blasting out all over the planet. And we have a 10 here, which is a 1, which is also the beginning, because you've come to the ending here. Thank you to the air signs. I love you, my dears. Work on that shadow. Do some mirror work. Check out the grays. The tall ones. The little ones, don't mess with them. They're little jerks. Okay, here we go. I think that's all. Is that all of the elements? Is it? Oh my goodness, it is. Okay, very cool. Okay, so what we're going to do now, because we promised ourselves we would do this. Okay. Oh, okay. We're going to clear the space with the Tibetan bowls. Lovely. And then now, you need a whole list. Well, sure. You know, I don't have a whole list of books. I have a few books. I give away books. The first book that comes to mind, if you would like to learn, is Oneness by Rasha. It's a game changer book. But I didn't learn all of this. And I don't read books cover to cover. Because a lot of it was ingrained. Because I have a universal lab that's in the 8th dimension that I go to, that I do astrological universes. So like the chart, but I do it like this. Like this. And I pull this universe, or I'm sorry, this galaxy in and look at this and then see how things are going. And it's a lab that's free floating with a big round table that's white. And I'll meet up with my guides there. So we kind of already knew about all of this. It just was a remembrance. You know deep inside how to do all of it. You don't need a book, really. You're all healers. You're all light workers. You all have it inside. You just have to remember. That's all. Simple, 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 simple. Oneness by Rasha. R-A-S-H-A. I'm sorry, I don't have my keyboard up here. It's too much stuff up here. My keyboard's way over there, and I'm not going to get it because I'm going to show you something. Okay, so I wanted to show you this card. Let me get it over here all the way so that you can still see me. Maybe I'll do, hold on. I'll do this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do this. Oh no, wrong one. Oh, I see what I gotta do. I gotta do this first, and then I gotta do this. Okay, there we go. So, you see this card? This is the Magician card. The Magician is the angle that we're dealing with Mars square Neptune. Okay, so like this is Mars square Neptune. The Magician can go one way or the other. So in closing, I was going to read this. It is right after the Fool. And excuse me. I have got a lot of bubbly stuff going in my stomach all of a sudden. And so then that means somebody has been having solar plexus issues. Okay. Maybe even sacral. Solar plexus and sacral I'm seeing. So I want you to eat yellow and orange foods. And I want you to look up the sacral and the solar plexus and find out how to clear and activate, clear, purify, activate what you can do, foods you can use, crystals you can use, any essential oils, all of that stuff for the sacral or the solar plexus. Somebody's got a lot of tummy issues because I just had them coming like all of a sudden. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the story of this, okay? What an achievement. It is amazing what we can do when we put our mind to it. I never doubted I could transform this barren, unloved space into something alive and blooming. All gardeners are magicians to some degree. It just depends on how much focused intent we invest. If we have a vision of how marvelous the world can be, and we're prepared to determinedly bring it about, then anything's possible, even probable. Just as there's a prospective oak inside of every acorn, beauty's potentially hidden in every square of asphalt. All we need to do is dig it up deep until we are revealing it. I know it can make a blighted space flourish again, and if that's miraculous, then it's a miracle we can all achieve if we've enough foresight and commitment. My role is to empower people to harness their own creativity and use their will to make dreams come true. Take my boy here. He's being brought up around lots of can-do folk and given the confidence to achieve whatever he wishes. With the encouragement of committed, resourceful people, he'll be able to live on purpose and bring the magic back to life. Every being has vital energy to direct, abuse, or squander, and how we utilize the natural force is a choice we make each moment. Ours is an everyday enchantment, accessible and available if we awake and aware enough for small wonders to occur. When we're conscious and use our unique talents to the fullest, we can move mountains, be that of the dirt or the problems. And what we put in, we'll get back in spades. I'm not just spouting positive platitudes. Open your eyes and witness the living proof of the channeling intention into being. And stick around, because with all these things I have planned, you haven't seen anything yet. So the magician can inspire because he has everything that he needs. This is about I have, okay? I have everything that I need to create whatever it is that I am building. I have all elements, all of it. The problem with magicians, sometimes it will show up as an illusion. Okay? So you have to be very discerning, because the shady side, the lower frequency side of this magician is smoke and mirrors. It's untruths. It's dirty deeds. So that is the energy that's the most prominent at play right now as we move through this week, and it will continue through the weekend, probably backing off Saturday night into Sunday. Okay? So I wanted to give you that. I pulled it, and I hope that it helps you a little bit in what you're doing as you're moving forward. And there we go. Thank you, air signs. That was for everybody, by the way. Okay. Let's see if I can get this back to normal. There we go. Nice. Okay. Thank you so much for everybody who joined tonight. Thank you so much for the love and the light frequencies, and for the shadow that you are working on as you are building towards your true completion. The world is victory. It is solace. It is, I have done it all and some more. I have transformed. I've been every kind of being there possibly could be. And I am content now, just quilting away. I love you. Have a beautiful evening. I see all of you there. Yes, it's called Oneness by Rasha. That's the book that's a life changer. You can, and I pull it out from time to time. I have it over here. You can take that book and you just hold it. You don't even have to read it cover to cover if you don't want to. But you can hold it anytime you need a message. 1000% of the time, no matter where you open it and you start to read, it's going to give you your answer. It's that magical. So check it out. Love and peace to the moderators. Thank you so much to all of the wonderful guides that have assisted us tonight to give us clarity in the most clearest messages possible. We appreciate you. Thank you. And I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Love you, love you. It's been a lot of fun. Do not forget, guys, I have links below. Please check them out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe before you leave. I would really appreciate it. And you comment on this video just as soon as I say goodbye. You go just put a heart or something on the YouTube. This will put your name into the drawings. Share the video. And if you feel so called and you want to be a contributor and help me out, I've got my Venmo, my PayPal down below. Shoot me a, sacrifice a coffee or something, just because it helps out a lot. It really does. All right. I love you. You're all so beautiful. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for being here. Remember, you are it. Okay? You're it. You set the energy. We're bringing spirit to matter. Walk in the light and spread the sparkle. You are the God spark.